All right, so I guess this could be like a CR discussion or something, but I don't know, maybe not, just something I just post. But this one is basically about these atheist shows. It's not all of them. It's very specific ones. And well, today's was Talk Heathen, but it's a situation that's going on, and it happens on the Atheist Experience. It's happened on Talk Heathen, and it's primarily those shows that it happens, although it will happen on other ones. But it's this guy, Rob from Long Island, and while I like the accent, because I think the accent is just pretty cool, but that doesn't make an awesome accent doesn't make an awesome person. And I've listened, the first time I heard Rob, I was listening and I was like, man, if I was a partial believer, he would get me quick. But that's because I wouldn't be thinking. In order to believe, you honestly cannot think. That's just the rational way of looking at it. And today, I'm just asking anyone not to just walk away, but it's just rational. But this guy, Rob from Long Island, he calls in and he'll talk and he'll give his opinion on things, and he'll be like, this is what the Bible really means, yada, yada, yada. And you'll have someone on the Atheist Experience, or Objectively Dan, talking, like trying to counter it. Well, not necessarily trying to counter, but it's like, is what you saying matching what is said in the Bible? And the guy is like, instead of answering it, he always talks about something else. I mean, it's, what we talk about when someone sweeps. If someone comes to you and they say, I need help getting the groceries in, and you just sit down and start working on something on the computer, or you go to the back and lay down and go to sleep, it's a sense of sweeping. And sweeping came from a former friend of mine. It was a TV show, a cartoon, or a movie where the guy got hit, knocked out. He woke up, didn't know what happened, picked up his broom and went back to his janitorial business. So he just started sweeping. That's where it originates from. Rob from Long Island sweeps on everything. He sweeps on everything. He will bring up something. They will ask a rational question and what I like about it is they have to ask the question that is literally depicted within the Bible. So Rob, and you find out Rob doesn't know jack about anything. That's the scariest part. But he's like a master filibuster, and I used to blame Rob. I used to be angry with Rob. Because you ask Rob something like today on Talk Heathen, that's the best example. And they find out that Rob is like, oh yeah, God wanted all these guys to kill these people. And it's like, yeah, God wanted them to commit genocide. He's like, no. He was like, no, God didn't want that. He was teaching them self-defense. And it's like, wait, if God gave the order to kill every single one of them, that's a genocide. And he's like, nope, that's self-defense. And he talked up, and then he says, it takes a while. It takes a long while, but then Rob eventually says, genocide is when you kill your own people. So I'm like, what? Now, before that even came up, as soon I got to Talk Heathen probably a good few minutes late. I try to watch the live shows and stuff, and it's probably over or near over by now, but I try to watch these shows, and when I got up there, the first thing I said was, and I put at Talk Heathen, I made sure it was, it auto did it so that I don't misspell anything. And I was like, don't waste your time on this guy. All he's going to do is lie, not answer the question, talk about something else, never have this guy up there. Obviously, no one paid attention to that. And I'm sitting here like, I gave it until it scrolled off the screen, and then I give it like basically until it would have scrolled off the screen again because someone might have been typing their reply. And then I wait again because maybe it's just late, but then nobody says anything. So basically that's roughly about 2 minutes of waiting. And this guy, and I'm like, look, so I put another one. I'm like, at Talk Heathen, just hang up on him. He does this to every atheist show. Just hang up and get to somebody that's genuine. Because I don't believe Rob is genuine. Yeah, he believes in what he's saying. He believes in the Lord and all this other stuff. But he's not thinking. That's why I say he's not genuine. He's not thinking about what's being said. He's like, I'm going to prove my case, even though my case doesn't fit what anyone else that do believe would say. That's the problem. It's sick. So I wait another 2 to 3 minutes. And then I'm like, okay, I see what's going on. So then, well, I didn't see what was going on, because what happened was I wrote, I get it, Talk Heathen. I put at Talk Heathen, you'll only respond to those. No, I said you'll only acknowledge people that pay you. Just like every other, what I call I didn't call it a shield. Yeah, I said pro capitalist person against capitalism. And I got nothing. And then so I was like, and I put in his capital letter screen. What's it called? The screen caller failed. Never let Rob onto your show if you have not learned by now what's wrong. And again, nobody's saying anything and stuff. So, and I realized that some people were talking to Talk Heathen, but they weren't saying anything. But I could see objectively Dan looking down at the screen and reading stuff, but he's not responding. You know, he wasn't responding to anything. And maybe he's just trying to, you know, for the integrity of the call and whatnot. But man, I'm like, this here is stupid. And then it hit me. Rob ain't the problem. It's them. They're going to keep ascertaining this guy's situation and talking to him and giving him this platform when he's nothing but a dick. I mean, Rob he's just a dick. And that was my issue today. That was my issue today. And I wish that Atheist Experience, Talk Heathen, and all these other shows would just stop talking to Rob from Long Island. You know, that's where I'm at.
I can tell you why they do it. You know why they do it.
Because they stupid. That's all I got.
Nope.
They already know Rob's game, and they already know he's going to waste their time.
It's the Jerry Springer effect. You know that when you go on Jerry Springer and watch, you know, you tune in. I don't know if it's still on or not. I don't know. But when you tune in to Jerry Springer, you're going to see some crazy shit. And then eventually you find out, okay, it's off stage. But you keep watching anyway. So you'll see some crazy shit that make you fuss at the screen at how stupid people are.
I ain't gonna lie, I stopped watching when they started not just saying it was staged, but showing it, you know, and all this other stuff. And you know what? It won't just me. You know, I'm gonna be honest. It was almost everyone in chat. It was, get rid of him. Stop talking to him. He's not going to listen. He never listens. And yeah, that's one thing I wrote. I said, stop talking to him. He's not going to listen to you, and he damn sure doesn't listen to himself. And the reason I wrote that part, he doesn't listen to himself, because with Matt Dillahunty, he would, you know, counter him with logic. And it's like, okay, then you said this, but the book says this. Are you saying that God is wrong? And he's like, no, you're just misinterpreting it. And it's like, then tell me how I'm supposed to interpret it. And when he's like, tell me how to interpret it, then Rob starts talking about something else. He's like, no, you're going to tell me this. I'm going to hang up on your ass. And I like that about Matt. He's like, if you're not going to do this, then fuck off with you. I like that. But, I mean, objectively, Dan, Talk Heathen, they don't do it. You know, they will not do it. And if it weren't for Matt Dillahunty, Rob would have had the whole 2-hour show, or 1.5 or 2 hour show. He would have had it. And the longest that Rob has ever been up there was damn near 40 minutes to an hour once. And it doesn't change. So, and everyone in this chat today was like, get rid of him. We don't want to hear it. He don't want to listen. So then it got to the point people just started picking on Rob, and like, not really picking on him, but more like, as soon as Talk Heathen would ask a question, someone would put, well, he's about to sure enough not answer that. Or he closed his ears, la 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 la. You know, he was putting lots of comments and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, your chat has become a joke because you won't listen to not only the people, but you won't even listen to the one talking, and you won't even listen to the people that's talking directly at you. And then I remember thinking, wow, Talk Heathen, you are God. So that's really all I really got, you know. I mean, do you got anything else to, wisdom, something to explain the stuff?
And it could be a matter of, when I listen to Talk Heathen, they seem overly polite.
Yes.
But Matt Dillahunty, I don't think he's a dick, no, but he's got a cutoff point. If he gets to the point where he's going through the same thing for minutes on end, he's going to cut you off. And I think that's fair. But on Talk Heathen, it's like they're trying to be the get-along gang of atheists and try to prove to people that atheists don't express anger or something. I don't know what it is, but they're way too polite.
Yeah, way too. Now, last week, I think it was, I can't remember which one it was. It was not Objectively Dan. It was, I think it was Matt. Not Matt, but Mark or something. He lost his mind. He was pissed. And then he apologized for it. And I'm like, man, this ain't the shit end of, I was just upset with that. So, yeah, I know you sitting out there in the car, but I watch you when you pull up.
I know. But I don't have any other explanation besides either the Jerry Springer effect, expecting people to tune in to listen to this silly back and forth, or they're just too damn polite to be like, you know what, you're wasting our time, and cut it off.
That's where I would have been. You are wasting our time. Bye-bye. That's where I would have been. That mess is aggravating. Oh, man. So that's all I got. You got anything else?
No, that's it, man.
All right, well, that's Cedric Kennedy, Sidra Owens for Comparative Reasoning. Leave your comments and stuff below. Thank you for listening.